Take a pause. Regroup. Oh, just give me strength to breathe.
They hand me the bill,
They hand me my paycheck,
and
and
my
my
heart
heart
drops.
drops.
Just waiting for that last spin as it drops. A pandemic that turns the whole world upside down. But one thing repeats. They are relying on me.
I see the face of my child in pain,
I remember the faces of the patients around me,
and
and
they're
they're relying
relying
on
on
me.
me.
They are searching for answers that I'm not sure I even have anymore.
The nurse turns to me and explains that they need to do another test, another piece of equipment, another medication, but they are just inserting a saline.
The nurse turns to me and says another of our fellow frontliners has fallen, and I'm brought back to the reality of the uncertainty.
Cracks, the falls in the system are crumbling under the pressure. Stop. Take a pause. Regroup. The radio and TV players in the chaos, buses down, jeeps down, everything shut down, but cases keep going up. They're relying on me. I start walking down the street. My body aches in the protective gear I wear to shield me from this invisible evil. A whistle rings out and 15 billion pesos is revealed in the pockets of those who've stolen and concealed. Fake cases and avoidable deaths litter the field. We're shocked to see the perpetrators' fates left unsealed. And a revival is a story of survival.
The hospital is packed. Is there any space for us?
We try to get everyone, but it's getting seriously dangerous.
They are relying on me. So I persevere on a road to bring healing, a feeling of hope that at the end of the day sends me kneeling and staring at the ceiling, pleading for one less life lost, that the direction they point me to is worth the cost. Because life is precious and beautiful.
And even just seeing in their eyes, joy plentiful.
I remember they are a child, a parent, a sibling.
A revolution not against others, with kindness and goodness.
And striving for their lives to be a little bit better.
They are relying on me. And in spite of fear,
I should not turn a blind eye and persevere.
and into the burning furnace I go, but nothing but my heart and mind in tow. Ridiculed and persecuted for not following a system, a false idol, golden at first glance, each case lost in circumstance. So my resolve is pushed to its limits.
And I just hope his words of reassurance does not lead me astray.
I'm not gonna lose anything if I pray.
Cause just maybe there's a chance they'll say,
Our duty is to look after the sick. Thanks isn't necessary, as we took an oath. It may not make our jobs easier, but being appreciated makes the weight on our shoulders lighter. Sometimes found in the most unlikely of people, but so much warmth can come from words so simple. Bound by layers upon layers of hazmat suit, a surgical mask, a face shield, working in this pandemic, especially with the limited resources that we have, is like being thrown into a furnace. We are forced to work under severe pressure, but despite the discomfort and risks, we
We
persevere.
persevere in spite of any bad news that they may say, because any amount of our savings or pleas for help costs nothing as long as I can see them in less pain another day. I lift up this battle for my Father in heaven, for this is a burden I cannot carry myself. I reach out and believe, for He is a God who does things I cannot conceive. And with the touch of His robe's hand and believe, by His power we may feel relief. And so I give Him thanks, to Him, and the people that work through Him, to those like Him that can willingly touch the untouchable, who persevere in hopes of futures humanly unreachable. My tears of gratitude goes to them all, that they may be given equal and more to what they give, that their names we can all recall.
It's time.
It's time.
it's time.
It's time to see our plight. It's time to see the plight, working in choking PPEs for more than 24 hours, every day and every night, seeing my fellow frontliners dying right before my eyes.
It's time to see our plight. It's time that those without access to healthcare are given prioritization for their welfare, just like the herd who cared for the missing sheep.
It's time to give us what we deserve. We are tired of working with no compensation.
Tired of your promises that aren't gonna stop the viruses. It's time they return what is rightfully ours. The missing funds that shouldn't be abused by those in power. It's time that they face justice and stop running away like cowards. We can't keep relying on only the Lord's Prayer. This system has long been broken. It's time that it is repaired. God calls us to move in action. But why is there only in action?